Stop everything you're doing because what just exploded across the internet might be the biggest betrayal Harlem's ever seen. Jim Jones, the ride-or-die rapper turned reality TV chaos agent, is out here denying the one thing nobody thought he'd ever run from: a baby. That's right. The same Jim who dodged marriage proposals like dodgeballs on a Brooklyn playground is now allegedly dodging fatherhood too. But here's where it gets nuclear. The baby in question is Chrissy Lampkin's. Yes, the same. Chrissy, who stuck beside him through diamond-less engagements, love and hip-hop screaming matches, and more delays than the MTA on a rainy Monday. And now, when the world assumed they were finally settling down into their reality TV ever after, Jim's pulling the ultimate plot twist. That ain't my kid. Excuse me, sir. After nearly 2 decades of slow-cooked commitment, now you want to play Maury? The timeline is spiraling. Fans are foaming at the mouth, and Chrissy, silent, stone cold. No clapbacks, no captions, just pure digital smoke. So what is really going on here? Did Chrissy really have a baby? Is Jim just ducking responsibility? Or is there a scandal behind the scenes so messy it'll make your prepeed? I'll make your Wi-Fi glitch. Buckle up, because what we're about to reveal might just blow your algorithm wide open. Let's rewind this chaos and break it all the way down. Cause this ain't just some random baby daddy rumor. This is a full-blown scandal starring none other than Jim Jones. It's a man who's made a career out of dodging responsibility like it's a tax audit. And Chrissy Lampkin, the woman who's practically the poster child for ride-or-die patience, loyalty, and waiting and waiting and waiting for a man to put a ring on it. These two have been through it all: proposals on reality TV, public spats, studio tears, and Instagram apologies. But now, out of nowhere, Jim is allegedly denying a baby that people close to Chrissy are all but confirming. The internet is spiraling, and everyone's asking the same thing. What kind of man sticks around for 20 years, only to claim the baby ain't his the moment things get real? Like, sir, is this your king? It started with whispers. It's a blurry photo. Here, a fan encounter there. Chrissy vanished from social media for weeks. No brand collabs, no selfies, no thirst traps, nothing but radio silence. Then suddenly, boom, she reemerges, looking fuller in the face, hiding behind oversized hoodies and flowing robes like she just got off the postpartum runway, and the internet instantly on red alert. But Jim, he laughed it off, literally. When asked about the baby rumors in a podcast interview, he chuckled and said, "Man, y'all believe anything? Anything. Babies don't just magically appear, Jim. This ain't Hogwarts. Either there's a baby or there ain't, but is evasive." Answers only added fuel to the fire, and then came the leak. A close friend of Chrissy, who clearly never understood the assignment of staying silent, dropped a not-so-subtle comment during a live stream. You know, she's really enjoying this new chapter in her life. Motherhood looks good on her? Huh? Excuse me, what? That slip turned the internet into a full-blown CSI unit. People started zooming into Chrissy's old pics, comparing body angles like they're decoding surveillance footage. Some fans even claimed they saw her at a private event, rocking what they called a new mom glow. And while the evidence wasn't hard proof, it was enough to light a digital firestorm. But the plot thickens, because the question isn't just whether Chrissy had a baby. The real tea is why Jim is acting like the baby doesn't even exist. And the answer might be messier than anyone expected, because according to a source close to the couple, who will call insider A, Jim and Chrissy haven't really been together for months. Allegedly, they've been living separate lives, keeping up appearances for the public, but quietly distancing themselves behind the scenes. And that's when the whispers of infidelity began. See, word on the street is Jim's been entertaining a whole new woman, someone who's not only connected to his inner circle, but has been lurking in the background for a while now. And let's be clear, this ain't some random fan or thirsty DM hopper. No, this woman, let's call her Miss X, has a long and complicated history with Jim. Okay. And now fans are convinced she's the reason Jim is dodging Chrissy's alleged baby like it's a court summons. People started digging. They found comments from Miss X on Jim's recent posts, heart emojis, slick little inside jokes, and captions that read like private text messages. Meanwhile, Jim's been posting vague, cryptic messages like real ones: don't owe explanations and stay silent, and let the truth reveal itself. Oh really, Jim? Silent? You've been talking about loyalty for years, but the minute a baby enters the picture, you go mute like someone hit the off switch. Now fans are split. Some think Jim's acting this way because he knows the baby ain't his. Others believe he's just trying to spin the narrative to protect his new situationship from exploding before it even becomes Instagram official. But here's where it gets wild. Crazy silence. Nothing. No response. No clapbacks. No damage control. And for Chrissy, that's out of character. This is the same woman who once pulled up to a woman's event on camera to confront side chick rumors. So why now, when the world's accusing her of hiding a secret baby, is she saying nothing? Some fans believe Chrissy is staying quiet because she knows Jim ain't the father, and dragging him into it could backfire. Others think she's playing the long game, collecting receipts and waiting to drop a bombshell no one's ready for. And then, because of course this needed another plot twist, Mama Jones enters the chat. Jim's mother, the one and only Mama Jones, hops on Instagram Live out of nowhere and starts ranting about people lying on my son and how some women will do anything for attention. Ma'am, respectfully, who's lying? Because if this baby isn't real, then why hasn't Jim just said that? Why block fans? Why go live with nothing to say but vague shade? It's giving cover-up energy. It's giving a guilty conscience. It's giving somebody better to call Maury because the people are demanding answers. But what makes this even juicier is the fact that Chrissy, yes, was spotted in Manhattan just days ago, and she was not alone. But what makes this even juicier is the fact that Chrissy, yes, Chrissy, was spotted in Manhattan just days ago, and she was not alone. According to eyewitnesses and a few conveniently nosy fans who just happened to be grabbing coffee, Chrissy was seen walking arm in arm with a mystery man, tall, bearded, designer shades. And definitely not Jim Jones. Within hours, fan pages were flooded with blurry screenshots, side-by-side comparisons, and timeline breakdowns, trying to figure out who this man was and why Chrissy looked so damn comfortable. And let's just say, wasn't giving just a friend. It was giving new chapter, fresh start, and possibly the real baby daddy. Now suddenly, Jim's denial is looking a lot less like avoidance and a lot more like damage control. Because if Chrissy did move on and did have a baby, just not with him, then maybe. Jim's whole "that ain't my kid" performance is more truth than tantrum. But hold on, because the internet wasn't done dissecting. Hours after the Manhattan sighting, Chrissy did something no one expected. She deleted every single post from her Instagram. Gone. Every throwback. Every brand deal, every photo with Jim vanished like a PR team was working overtime. And if that wasn't enough, she unfollowed Jim Jones completely. Zero digital trace. The same woman who spent years standing beside this man in public is now erasing him from her feed like he never existed. If that doesn't scream it's over, then I don't know what does. Fans were quick to react, with some celebrating Chrissy's long overdue glow up and others speculating she's about to do what Jim won't tell the truth. And just when it seemed like the silence would continue, Chrissy finally popped back up with a cryptic Instagram story that had everyone clutching their phones. The truth always comes out. Let's see who's still standing when it does. That was it. No explanation, no follow-up, no clarification. Just vibes and shade. And in true messy fashion, it set the internet ablaze. Was she talking about Jim? Was she hinting that the baby is real but not his? Or is there a bigger scandal no one's even considered yet? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. Because less than 24 hours after that cryptic post, Miss Extra Woman fan suspect as Jim's other situation posted her own message. That man was single. Y'all about to look real stupid when the truth drops. Stay tuned. And just like that, the final nail was hammered into this mess of a situation. If Miss X is right and Jim's been single all along, that means Chrissy's been playing along for the public on this baby scandal. Might just be a front for a much bigger betrayal. Maybe Chrissy's baby isn't Jim's. Maybe there isn't a baby. Or maybe, just maybe, everyone involved has been hiding something from the very start. Whatever the case, one thing is clear. The internet wants answers. And the clock is ticking. So, what do you think? Is Jim dodging fatherhood or dodging the truth? Is Chrissy about to expose everything, or is this just the calm before the real storm? Drop your theories in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe so you don't miss the next jaw-dropping twist.